One.
Hey guys, my name is Billy. Come check my interview on USA Fox.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, it's very nice to meet you. You're speaking with USA Fox. Welcome to the channel. I'm here to give a voice to the voiceless.
Yes, sir.
May I have your name?
My name is Billy. I'm an addict.
Okay. How old are you, Billy?
24.
Where are you from?
I'm from Delaware County, Upper Darby area.
Okay, what started your addiction?
Probably from like a young age when I went through past trauma. At 14, I started smoking weed and drink a little bit. And then a few years later, at 16, I started smoking K2 because I heard them show me drug tests and shit like that. And that's when I started my addiction from the K2. And I started running the streets when I was a young age. Not coming home, had my mom worried. About 19, that's when I started smoking. I started smoking crack, PCP with my ex that overdosed a couple years ago.
Did you ever graduate high school?
No.
Nah.
I was in like a life skills class for special ed, and I was supposed to graduate when I was 21, but apparently I got kicked out of school because I had a pocket knife, and I couldn't come back. At 18, I caught my first charge of possession weapon on school property. It was a pocket knife. The night before, I was drinking with one of my exes. It was Twisted Tea and Smoke K2. I was drunk and high, so I fell asleep and I had a hangover. And at 7:50, I woke up and my case manager was buzzing my ankle monitor when I was on house arrest, juvenile house arrest, and I had to go to my vote test school at 8 a.m. I showed late to the class. I had to go to my high school. And I rushed or whatever, didn't even change my clothes, had a pocket knife on me. When I got to the classroom, I started rubbing my pants, I felt my pocket knife. I'm like, what the fuck? So when I switched into my boots, I tried to put a pocket knife in my sneaker and sat next to my chair. And one of my old friends that passed away kind of snitched on me. And that was my first charge. They give me ARD. That's when I got off house arrest. That's when my addiction started over again. Started running the streets, smoke K2, called a charge card, defiant trespass and some shit like that down 69th Street. But I set the police, got put on probation for that, put the case both together, and I kept violating in and out in jail. And then 3 years ago, I was in a different county called Northampton County, as Eastern PA, and I was in a faith-based recovery house. Started working for a little bit, and then old behavior started coming back up. And started getting lazy, kept calling out of work. And that's when they let me go, because I called out too much. And then program where they pay rent for the first 6 months.
You said a program?
Started showing up, and I got kicked out of that program. So after a while, I started getting back up on rent, so they kicked me out. That's when I relapsed that year. I was on ice. And then got locked up a couple months later. At first, when I was at the bus station and it was gonna arrest me, but then they told me about this program, and I was tweaking off of ice. I didn't know what program they was talking about. I think my NA or AA or community service. No, someone told me that they had a program where you work as a CA or whatever. I said, fuck that. I ain't doing that shit. They can suck my dick. Like 2 months later, that's when they pull up at this Wawa, ran my name, had a warrant. And when I went to the jail, that's when they put the new case on. And I'm still on probation for that. Then,
You say you still on probation for that?
Yeah. And then when I got locked up for that, went to rehab after that. halfway house or recovery house. One of the relapsed. No, I relapsed about 10 times. And this last relapse, I was in a recovery house in Chester. And before that, I was in a halfway house near Lancaster. And one of my old behaviors, I got put on contract. So I tried to find a way who had an extra phone I can use, trying to be sneaky. I got caught twice with another phone. And the last one, I got another phone off somebody. That's when they kicked me out. I had to go find somewhere else to go. I called, they called me a recovery house. Was there for a week, and some recovery houses are money hungry. If I didn't find a job by the end of that week, I had to leave. So it was Sunday. I had to go, call my old sponsor. He had a recovery house this day. He had one bed open. And then that week, I was planning to go see my girl on New Year's Eve. I went up to New York to see her. And I try to make an excuse saying that I had to go get my shot or whatever. That's when I didn't go back. 2 days later, I went back to PA because my ex found out I was in the shelter. The first thing I went to my brother-in-law's house. And then after that, the next day, meet up and talk, and she told me when it was in person that I had to get my shit together. So I went on the train. We were trying on the platform in New York. We were trying to figure what we were gonna do. My old friend sent me money on cash to take it back to PA. So when I got back to PA, I went to a hotel immediate. I tried to figure what the fuck am I gonna do since I'm on the street now and got kicked out of the recovery house for being breaking the blackout. First I was just checked back into treatment. So what I did was the next day, that night I smoked some medical weed. Then the next day I called, and they told me don't set the money for marijuana no more. So I told them I was getting high of K2, and I was in Keystone, Chester for 28 days. Then went to a recovery house called Lotus. I was there for a month. I didn't say recovery is tough because I tried to apply for a job for a whole month. Nothing happened. So they had to let me go, unfortunately. But I tried to get a scholarship where they would help you pay your rent. And I didn't get accepted at the time because my insurance was in Lancaster County, not in Delaware County. Then I went to another recovery house. And I was there about 2 weeks. And then around that time, me and my ex, she told me they were to cut ties in a relationship. So I realized I smoked some K2 down 69th Street. Fell out. Woke up, my phone, my wallet got stolen. So I went home, tried to figure what the fuck I'm going to do. 2 days later, I came down here to prevention point because they help you get voucher and shit to get your ID and all that. I had to come back the next day, and the next day I was on the train and I see somebody I knew. They're like, you want to smoke some ice? I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not, one time. Then I noticed, I'm like, if I go back to the recovery house, I'm gonna get drug tested anyway. That's when I end up back out here and smoking dope and ice. And a couple days ago, I found out my ex is dating my friend that kind of hurts. But she told me, she was like, by relapse, she was gonna leave me. So, going through a lot right now. But only thing I know, I have faith in God, you know what I'm saying? I still believe him, I'm in this situation. Somebody today from faith-based recovery house gave me this card. It's called Recovery Homes. And they help you, so I guess I don't gotta go rehab and then go from recover from there. But whenever I'm ready to get clean or sober, I'm gonna give them a call. They also help you get a voucher that help you pay rent. I don't know, you said a year or a month. But yeah, this lifestyle right here ain't for nobody.
What's a normal day like for you?
Like in recovery.
No, out here.
I say it's a struggle, especially getting DopeSick. I find a way to get well. I ain't like sometimes when people sleep, I go through the pockets so I can get well.
You go through people's pockets when they go to sleep?
And the same thing happens to me, but like, I know that's not the type of person I am, but me being an active addiction, I gotta survive something. I usually boost and steal in stores, but I couldn't lay low on that because I got 2 warrants for probation, and I didn't want to go back to jail. But yeah, this lifestyle ain't for nobody, especially the young generation. Y'all please don't get on those drugs. And y'all smoking weed, make sure it ain't from the streets. My advice is get medical card, get from the dispensary. Same thing though, you can't always trust them either. But my advice to anybody that's strong in life is just keep going, even though people that's in recovery. If you guys feel you about relapse, please don't do it. It's not worth you not missing nothing.
What did you want to be growing up?
Being in the NFL, but now since I was in recovery, I want to become a CRS, a Certified Recovery Specialist.
Yeah.
But I get there, I just gotta see what happened. I think was I took my will back. I was writing on my steps, on my 4th step, and that's personal inventory. I did write a lot on the paper, but I don't think I wrote enough. I think I was good after that, but it seems like I still gotta do a lot of work. And I know this ain't over. I've been only out here almost a month.
You only been out here for a month?
Yeah, I was clean for 8
You gotta
months.
get out of here, man.
Oh well.
Get the hell out of here. You just seen someone on the train and that's how you ended up out here? Yeah, you gotta get up out of
I
here.
think part of it was because of me. But, I still got faith. I know God.
Do you like this lifestyle?
Not really, but I think what it was, I got bored being in recovery, honestly. I think part of it. And same time, it's just like, I knew I made the one mistake.
Are you homeless right now?
Yeah.
What's it like being on the streets?
Well, I could go live with my mom if I choose to, but it's like, ever since anytime I relapse, I go ghost. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I let people down. I feel like I'm an embarrassment. Like negative thoughts in my head.
And you just gotta do it again. That's all. Try again. You got the support.
I think about where I can put myself in survival program. But the only problem is, since there's tranquilizer in the drugs now,
yeah,
nothing won't help with that withdrawal. So I kind of.
You got through it before though.
That's true, because I was in jail.
Because you was what?
Because I got locked up.
You was in jail?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, what's stopping you? I mean, I know what's stopping you, but you can get clean without going to jail.
Exactly.
You can. Because people have done it, and
Also,
you strong enough to do
my
it.
ex told me that I think it was called that actually, I don't know if it's true or not, but she told me my PO don't got warrant. She got a thing where you get picked up, missing person thing or whatever. But
Yeah.
I think it is for a warrant too.
All right, I'd like to thank you for your time, bro.
Yeah.
You've been a wonderful interviewee for me. My name is USA Fox. I'm gonna be praying for you.
Yes, sir.
Already.